what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Here with another 3-minute video. I'm Heath Sheeran, performance coach over at APP, and we're talking about 4 phrases that you shouldn't or don't want to hear in your agency. And we've already been through several of these, and today we are going to be talking about one of the phrases that we hear a lot and you should never hear in your agency. That's the phrase of "that's not my job." And that becomes a sticky situation because, number one, it should be laid out at the very beginning in your job description. And as a manager, or if you're the person watching this video that has this feeling, or you've heard this before, you should always be able to refer back to that job description. As a manager, you should be able to say, here's your job description, clearly defined, here's what your job is. If it's not in your job description, and it truly is not your job, so to speak, and you need to find out, you should be able to ask and say, if not, then who? Then you should be able to go to a manager and they should be able to tell you who that job description is. Now, we also at APP teach the premise of raise your hand. Again, we talked about this a couple of days ago when we were talking about being too busy. And so we want to talk about that here as well. If you get into a situation where you're not clear, raise your hand and say, hey, I'm unclear. That's not in my job description. Whose job is that to do that? And make sure you can redirect them on who to go to, who to delegate that to, who to task that to if we're working out of our management system, which we all should be doing. Who do we task that to at that moment? The other thing that we talk about is being a team player. And why is this not something you should be doing? If we're all operating as a team mentality and everybody's got their activities up to date, everything is going on, if you've got the time in your day and you've got the things going on, should you pick up and say, yes, I can handle that, or get the ball rolling for someone else and then, task that, or figure out a way that you could roll up your sleeves, so to speak. I don't have sleeves today, but roll up your sleeves and get some of that done. Why is this something that you cannot help with? So again, we want to make sure that is not a phrase that you hear. That's not my job. We should all be team players. We should all want to help one another out. But again, it all begins with day one of your job, going over your job description and laying that out of what that is and what you're supposed to be doing. And then being familiar with everybody else's job descriptions and what that looks like, and being able to find out if it's not you, then who. And then, like I said, the last thing would be, we should all be team players. Why can't you pick this up? If there truly is a reason, then be able to raise your hand and say, I cannot get to this, and find out whose job that is. I hope this helps. Look forward to the mashup tomorrow where you're going to hear about all of this. And I can't wait for you to hear that and check that out on our YouTube channel. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.
Hi, everyone. Kelly Donahue here. Glad that you've been enjoying our 3-minute videos. I want to stop and just talk to you for a second about your retention rate. One of our top blogs is how to calculate retention, which you can do a quick Google search and find. But it's more than that. It's how to stop people from canceling, how to make our jobs easier. And don't get me wrong, I don't think anyone's ever really come out in personal lines and small commercial and given you a good plan. So it's not your fault if you're struggling in this area, or you're thinking it's all price, it'll change. A lot of times in agencies, we find that without a clear strategy, we're sort of just bumping into things hoping for the best. And what I've learned in my time in insurance, which has been over 20 years, hope's not a strategy. So let's take a little different direction. Take a look at our agency performance pack. For $245 a month, you get all of our trainings and you can actually cancel anytime, which means that you could get our renewal review course all recorded online with our workbook and all of our resources and use it for a couple months and say, we've got it, Kel, and be gone. But we also have another course on how to reduce remarketing and boost retention, which is all about how to have a conversation on rate. You're going to find in these videos, we talk a lot about how we can't be scared of rate, that we're worth a little bit more, but we have to learn how to talk about it. And that's what this course is going to do. So if your team is craving understanding how to have a better time, how to have their clients have more fun, how to, go ahead and delight them and make them raving fans and have ridiculously amazing service, we've packaged it all up here for you. And listen, $245 a month to get all this, it's great. And we add a new course in every quarter. In fact, our last course was all about time management. Who couldn't use more time in their day? And our next course coming out July 2021 is actually going to be on how to overcome the top 10 objections. Your staff is your agency's biggest investment. So what are you feeding them to keep getting them to be the top team in the country? If you're not sure, check out this solution. I think you're going to like it.